Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, back inside the YouTube channel for the first time in quite some time. And of course, I am your host of the Fighting Queens interview. It is yours truly, Jake. And long story short, we've had a couple of rough weeks here as far as the Instagram side of things. We did had up to 2,000 followers on the last account, and unfortunately, it got hacked. And we literally scheduled this interview. I think it was last week, but then we tried last week, and then unfortunately some things happened. But now here we are. So if you guys want to give us a follow on our new Instagram, it is now called the Fighting Queens. And today, as you can see by the description of the video, we have a woman who's going to be fighting in September. She is one of the most genuine and big-hearted individuals I've ever met. She has been a huge supporter of the page. She has been an amazing woman, so please help me introduce y'all to Miss Mackenzie Stiller.
Hi everyone. Good to be here, Jake.
Hey, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. How have things been going?
It's been going good. Just mid training camp, just hauling away. You know how it is with training camp.
Of course, of course. And real quick though, before we do get started, I just wanted to go to take the time and tell you just thank you so much for being so supportive of me for everything that you believed in me as far as the Instagram side of things. It's been a huge honor to show you my support. It's been an amazing time, and I'm glad to be able to get a chance to finally do this interview with you.
Yes, me too. It's been a long time coming for the interview, but just like you just said, I'm grateful to be here with you and can't wait to start.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, what inspired you to start fighting, by the way?
Well, my boyfriend is the big inspiration because I've been doing judo, jiu-jitsu, wrestling since I was a kid. And then I met him 5 years ago, and he suggested I should try fighting and meet our head coach Brett. And I said, sure, why not? And ever since I started hitting the pads for the first time, I kind of felt like, hitting people. So
Hey, hey, shout out to your boyfriend for sure because it's either the boyfriends, the husbands, anybody that gets inspired for us to be able to do what we do best. That's all that matters. And shout out to him. And you know, look at how you started. I mean, your boyfriend inspires you. And now here you are at a pro level. I mean, do you ever kind of look back on this crazy journey that you've been on as far as the fighting stuff?
um I do look back sometimes, and I'm just glad it's been going the way it's been going, with the huge support system, with you, people like you, my boyfriend, my teammates. We all hold each other up, and I just can't wait to see what this journey will lead to.
Exactly. So, of course, for anybody who doesn't know, you train at One Touch Fight Team in Woodstock, Illinois. Talk about how much they have helped you be able to helped you to become the fighter that you are today, and how much they mean to you ever since you joined them.
They mean a lot to me, and I'm grateful I have such a good, strong support system behind me. And especially since they're all men, they all push me all the time in the gym because I don't have female training partners at my gym. So the people in my gym, coaches, boyfriend, everyone there is so great. Also training partners from Lombard, Illinois. I train with a woman named Nicola. She's my main training partner for camps. We train with Eli, Lena, Haley. Just giving shout outs to those lovely women there. And it's just the more you go into this journey, the more you meet people, and those people become your inner circle, and we all help each other to grow and improve every day.
There's nothing wrong with the chance to meet people that will help us improve, not only just, with the fight camp or, just getting yourself ready for a fight, but just in general. And shout out to everybody at One Touch Fight Team in Woodstock, Illinois. If you guys are in the Woodstock, Illinois area, please go check them out. And of course, talking about training, there's always been the best parts about training, but then there are some times that we struggle, and there's the hardest parts of training. So, from your point of view, what has been the hardest part about training?
Hardest part about training is staying consistent isn't the hard part. It's being disciplined while you train. Like 'cause we all like a good drink and a good snack, right?
Of
That's
course.
probably my biggest struggle is that. Other than that, it's when you have a goal in front of you, it's oftentimes easier than hard.
Yeah. I really do respect that for sure. And of course, the one thing I definitely want to ask you is that, we all have something that helps us motivate us, whether if it's training or fight camp, fight week. For me, music has always been my biggest go-to, and it helps me out a lot of ways. So, do you ever have just that one go-to that helps you motivate yourself anytime that you get yourself ready for a fight?
Um Coffee.
Coffee?
Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee towards the end of camp because it's stifles your hunger and has caffeine and it's hot and all that. So yeah, mainly coffee.
I will tell you this. I've only had coffee, I think, one time, and you ever just kind of like try something and yet you don't want to hurt the other person's feelings, so you kind of lie to them, be like, "Yeah, it's great," but then again, you look you're
We've all been there, yes.
like, "No." That's how I was when I first tried coffee because I just can't get into coffee. I don't care if it's like regular or if it's ice. That's why I always go to like the energy drinks because it's not that I don't need them, but with how much I do on a daily basis, it's my biggest go-to.
It's definitely a crutch. You need to live such a busy lifestyle, right?
And when it comes to interviews, and of course, my job, I mean, you'd be surprised about it. And what? Something I would definitely want to ask you is that, what? I want you to look.
Oh, no, the audio cut out.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Um,
Can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
I
me?
yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay. No, it's okay.
I don't know what transpired. I think I had a phone call. Let me mute that because that was not supposed to happen. My apologies on that here, guys. But back to what I was saying before that call decided to interrupt me, which my apologies once again, is that I want you to look back on as far as your career. I mean, you've had a lot of success. Some fights are successful, other times are very difficult. But my question to you is, what has been the hardest fight that you've had to face in your career?
Um, well, this one, probably my one loss I got at Bellator, PFL, whichever one I fought for, before we decided to go with the LFA. That one was probably the hardest one, because a loss is hard, and she's um, just not my night. It was her night, and it was not more physically like physically it was fine, but that was a whole mental fight for me for some reason, which
Yeah.
thankfully we've gotten over that. But I look back on it and I know that it was completely mental, and that's what made it hard.
I definitely understand that. And I'm glad you brought up mentally because my next question to you is, I don't think the viewers understand how much this sport has made a tremendous impact because, I don't care who you are, whether if you're a fighter or if you're a trainee, commentator, guy selling hot dogs in the fifth row, this sport has made a tremendous impact on us mentally. So my question to you is, how much has the sport helped you out mentally?
Oh, mentally, it helps out tremendously mentally. I mean, I'm usually in a really good place mentally, but if I could tell you what would happen if I didn't have the sport, is I probably wouldn't be in a good mental place. And it's just something. It's my passion. And if I did not have the sport, then I would probably struggle more mentally. That's how much it has done for me.
And then, I definitely want to get a chance to talk about this. And, for anybody that's watching this live or will watch this once when it gets posted, if you're struggling mentally, first of all, go get the help that you need. And second of all, if you're not doing anything, don't be a slouch and sitting on a couch, not doing anything but watching this interview. If anything, go to your local gym. I don't care if it's a kickboxing, boxing, MMA, whatever it is. Just get up and be a part of a family, because if you're not being loved by your own family, guess what? There's another family that's just waiting for you with open arms that will treat you like family. Even though they might not understand you physically, they will understand you mentally. And I'm pretty sure Mackenzie can agree with me on this. It's literally the best thing that keeps us going.
Mhm. Yes, they're there to hold you up, and even on some of your worst days, let's say a bad day in the office or wherever you work, maybe you don't work, it's a bad day in general. You go to the gym that you've built a relationship with, and you forget your problems for the next hour or two. So that's having a little family like that is very beneficial.
And not only that, but yet even as a interviewer like myself, it's definitely been very beneficial. I mean, I've been doing this now for, I want to say, 4 years on Instagram, 3 years interviewing, and each time it's like, with each fighter I get a chance to talk to, it's like I can understand how much you girls have inspired so many people like myself, because it's very difficult out there, and we live in a time that people just give up so easily, and that's why I always bring the fighters involved, because you girls are the one that's fighting your asses off. You girls are the ones that's fighting each and every single time, and I definitely want to say you are an inspiration. You may not know that, but yet you actually are, because just watching you girls fight, it can inspire anybody to say, well, you know what, if that girl has fought through so much, whether if it's training or inside of cage or whatever it is, then yeah, I can battle my own demons and knock this out and be okay. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying it's okay to not be okay, because I've literally had to go back a couple weeks ago to get new medication, and that's how much I'm willing to do, as far as not only for myself but also, of course, the fighters out there. And I just want to let you know that I'm very proud of you, because you work your ass off day in day out. Nobody understands except your boyfriend and those surrounding you, and you girls definitely need a lot of encouragement to know that you're loved, and people like myself really appreciate everything that you do.
Well, thank you, Jake, and me amongst all the other women appreciate you and saying and feeling those things. And if it weren't people like you, then maybe some of our days wouldn't be as happy, you know. So you're definitely a motivator for us too, rooting us on, having our backs. We got your back too, buddy.
I'm always that one person that has that invisible foam finger, just like trying to root you in the corner. Just like, you got this, y'all got this, and
We
it's really
feel
awesome. What's up?
we feel and see you, so thank you for that extra support.
Of course, and something that we got to talk about is your last fight. I mean, you had a tremendous performance in your last fight. I mean, you won via submission. Talk about how much that wins meant to you, especially after the performance you had. If I'm not mistaken, you had performance of the night that night, and you've had so many people drawing eyes on you to say, "We can't wait to see what's your next fight." So, talk about that last fight winning via submission.
That last fight, it was definitely exhilarating. I mean, it's always exhilarating stepping onto the stage, right?
Of course.
But to perform and meet the standards that you're held to is definitely an awesome feeling. Also shout out to my opponent. She's tough. Obviously, you saw her. Um, she if it wasn't for her, that fight wouldn't have happened. She tried her best to stick to her game plan, but mine persevered at the end, and it was just a great experience. And um, I cannot wait to do it again. To be honest, another performance of the night.
I mean, and we're actually getting ready to talk about that. So, for anybody who doesn't know, which yet I'm gonna get ready to pop this. If you guys want to get a chance to follow Mackenzie, go follow her at Mac_Judo. I'm sure she'll appreciate every follow, every love, every comment, whatever you guys want to give her. Go show her your support, because just from looking at her Instagram, you would know that she has a fight coming up on September 12th, once again for LFA. So, do you have any details as far as your opponent or anything going on for that night?
I'm gonna be fighting Christina Brader. And she's well rounded, basically. The game plan's gonna be usual. She's gonna want she's gonna want to keep me away from her. I'm gonna want to come in, typical kickboxing and grappler. But she's also a blue belt, I think. So if it goes to the ground, then I'm sure she knows. But I'm just there to execute my game plan in a dominant fashion and take home that win again.
And I definitely believe that we're going to be seeing something special out of you coming up on September 12th. Make sure you guys go follow her at Mac_Judo. So, of course, we have one final question, but now it's a very tricky one. So, are you ready?
Sure.
Alrighty, so for me, we all want to be recognized for something that we do in a sport. Me, I just want to be recognized as that one cheesy interviewer to get a chance to show my support to amazing women like yourself. But you, as a fighter, you want to be recognized for something different. So my question to you is, what's something you want to be recognized for during your time of fighting?
During a title fight?
No, during your time in fighting.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
You're fine.
Um, I want to be recognized as a bad bitch first. Two, humble because I mean I wish nothing but the best for my opponents. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all business, but I also wish them no harm, even though we're gonna go in that cage. But I wish them a long, healthy journey. Anyways, a bad bitch, humble, and I don't know, just like you mentioned before, just to inspire others. I mean, it's a basic answer, but it's a true answer. I don't know how many little boys and girls that come up to me and say that I inspire them, and I really love to hear that. So that checklist is already in motion for what I want to be remembered as.
Well, I will tell you this though, yeah, I feel like Team H needs to make this shirt, but yeah, for having a bad bitch like yourself in here, I mean, I gotta do this, but I'm not worthy. First of all, I'm not worthy. You know what? One thing I can say is I believe you're doing everything that you're doing. I mean, you're having a lot of fun with the sport, and I think everybody who is fighting, whether if you're a pro or amateur, needs to have a lot of fun. Because if you're not having fun, then yet what's the point of even trying? I
Mhm.
mean, it's more than just punching people in the faces or getting tap outs. It's to be able to get a chance to show how great you are, whether if you're in a cage or in a ring or even on a mat for that matter. And I believe you're doing just that by having these performances of the nights, having these amazing fights, and I believe that the best is yet to come for you. You got September 12th, you got so many fights, you got a lot in store for you, and just know that I'm always going to be show my support, and because you have made a tremendous impact on me. Because it's not just an interview. Because like I said before, I mean, my last account, I mean, you've helped me so much, and to a point that at least I know that if there's one person I can go to as far as anything, it would definitely be you. So thank you for that. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your support. And just keep doing what you're doing, being the baddest bitch in the fighting world, and just making people like me go, I'm not worthy.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I got you, girl. So before we get a chance to hop off here, is there any final comments or any final thoughts you want to say?
um, no, just thank you for having me, of course. And I'm going to be training hard for you and everyone else who supports me. And can't wait to give you guys a show.
Well, yeah, make sure you guys go follow her once again. Go follow her at Mac_Judo. Mackenzie, this was such an amazing time. I will definitely make a post the very first thing in the morning as far as some clips of this interview to get a chance to showcase what everybody has missed out on. And if you guys have not got a chance to subscribe to the Instagram page, make sure you guys go follow me at the Fighting Queens, because once again, it's not about me, it's about them. So go show these ladies some support, show them some love, because they definitely do it. Because they definitely make this world better because they're here. Mackenzie, thank you so much for the time out of your busy schedule. And I will definitely send you the link if you want to get you to share it to your social media. And we'll definitely talk then, okay?
Yep, sounds awesome. Thank you.
All right. All right. Once again, guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I am Jake, representing the Fighting Queens, saying so long, and we'll see you guys next time.